Okay, next person.
It is
Pass.
my move.
Pass it.
Same move.
You're stealing my
Pass back to her.
move. Sorry, I have no rhythm. Oh my god, you're the worst. No.
Robot.
Oh.
Let's go. Hey. Now my own bad part. Hey, what's that dance that you use?
This is where my dance. Oh my god.
Hey, get there. I didn't know this one.
Okay. Come on.
Okay.
Okay. Clap for yourself. Give yourself. Okay. You guys not dummy. Anyway, let's move on to the first story. Welcome back. This is TEATIME on PlusTvAfrica. Don't mind us. Of course, please mind us. In case you're looking for your dancers for Christmas, we dance at Christmas parties. We dance at Christmas occasion, children parties, anything, bouncing castle, Father Christmas. And you will be the one to do Father Christmas. I'm not doing that.
My costume is at home now.
Wait, you not dance.
You're one of my elves now.
Me, I'll dance. I'll be an elf. Me and you.
Yes, we'll be elf. Well, elf say Christmas though.
Elves are Santa's
they have
helpers now.
Santa's.
Okay.
The ones in
What
years.
is this one's? Oh, Grange.
Grinch is the one
That's
that
the
hates
ones
Christmas.
that hate Christmas. All right, so let's go. Nigerian author and filmmaker Onyeka Nwelue has confirmed plans to produce a documentary based on Wole Soyinka's incarceration following his visit to Biafran military leader Odumegwu Emeka Ojukwu, titled The Last Night in Biafra. Nwelue recently announced a recent interview with former President Olusegun Obasanjo for his witness account of the events leading to the Nigerian Civil War between 1967 to 1970. And I quote, I am developing a documentary on Wole Soyinka titled The Last Night in Biafra. It chronicles Soyinka's journey to Enugu to see Ojukwu, he wrote on Twitter. And when I went further into this, I saw our former President Olusegun Obasanjo gave him audience, even though some of the questions were really annoying, even though they were some of the people that, actually put an end to the Biafran regime and all of that. But they were still able to answer. And I think that's one thing about history. Regardless of whether or not we're enemies or at that time, sometime in the future, it would be a story to tell. Do you understand? And that's just how I see it. Like, history is so beautiful that it keeps growing, it keeps changing. There will be something that, I hope we all make history, by doing something that will probably change the world or significant to, that is something that I look forward to. If you ask me my legacy, I said I want to be a part of history. I don't want to be a part of history in the sense that, okay, there was one Ifeoluwa Oshinkeye. I want to know that there was an Ifeoluwa Oshinkeye that did something very significant and and very important to the community.
Did you watch the interview?
No, did you?
No, I did not. And I would love to see that interview with former president.
I don't think, no, she only announced that the interview is not out. She only announced it and she just thanked former President Olusegun Obasanjo for answering some of the questions. So it's not like it's an interview that is out there. It's an interview that is for this documentary on Wole Soyinka. Do you get it now? Yeah.
Okay. And people don't put enough respect on this man's name, this Wole Soyinka, because this man is a legend. He is a Nobel laureate. He is a champion for advocacy, for civil rights advocacy in Nigeria. He is everything. He is a honest person. He's the one that he says things as they are. And everybody hates him for that. I guess that's why he doesn't get enough recognition, because he always says the truth. He doesn't. He just wears his jalabia and his jacket on it. And he's very rich, he's very influential, but he doesn't dress more than that. So I guess that's why people don't.
And then live in farm out somewhere in Abeokuta that is very, very accessible. He's not like he's well gated and all of that. Like when I heard the story, I was like, the security, he doesn't have security details, he doesn't have chefs, he doesn't have, he's just a very simple, easygoing man. And I think it's graceful as well, because if you look at him at that age, still functioning and still
clean.
Still clean, his
white hair,
you just look at him and you be like, oh yes, that's a man right there.
Looking at the story, what I'll take from it is the fact that he wants to share his story from the Biafran War. And I think it's something that many people have to know. I don't think many people understand what really happened during the Biafra War. and it's a story that should be told. I know my dad, if he's seeing this or if he watches this show, he'll be very happy that this is actually coming out, the documentary. I remember when half of Yolo's song came out, I don't know if you saw that. It was also about Biafran war. We went to see that, and after the movie, I mean, my dad was all up in his feelings because my mom and my dad were part of the Biafran war. They saw it firsthand, like they were part of it. They were running for their lives. They were not Biafrans, but I mean, Igbo people were the ones taking the hit. It was an ethno-religious crisis, and you know, it was crazy. You just be listening to radio. My dad was telling me a story. You listen to radio, next thing you hear, this one is there's a coup now, and now we are moving. Okay, we are going to this place. If you are this corner, we are coming there now to kill people. You start running, it was a crazy experience. So I like the fact that
they should announce when
like, yes, they announced on the radio, this person has taken a coup, we are moving through this place, so place, maybe through Newi and to this place. They will stay where they are going. So that's how people kept running. But obviously some people cannot run, you know, farther from the people that are coming to kill the army. So it was a crazy period and a lot of people died. But a lot of people don't know about the story. So I like the fact that Wole Soyinka is saying his own story, his own documentary. I just hope he says it, you know, accurately. Because I know that some things that he says, as you said, people don't really like him. He says some controversial things too. I think that's another reason why people do not like him. You know, I just pray he says it well and says it factual.
Who doesn't like Wole Soyinka though?
A lot of people
because
dear.
he started the confraternities in Nigeria now.
The one in Ibadan,
so for that reason, I guess that's one of the reasons.
No,
he's very controversial.
No.
It's true.
When
He's
they
very
started the
also about his faith.
It's like pirates now.
When they started that confraternity, right?
Yeah.
Their agenda was different compared to what those youngins are doing
but it's
now.
not-
I don't even think that's right. I think
was
it's
different.
his faith, about what he says about faith. He's actually very controversial about faith and religion. Yeah, I think
he
that is why.
What's the word now? He doesn't believe in God. He doesn't.
Exactly.
That's it. And so some things he
so
says.
that's why people don't like him.
He's a pagan, I
Because
guess.
Nigerians
Yeah,
are
he is
very
an atheist.
religious. So
Atheist.
Yeah, he doesn't
He
believe in God.
He doesn't believe in God.
Some
That
things
it's
he says.
okay.
That's
It's
okay. But then, baby, you're not Nigerians
the
now.
people that believe
people can
in
like him now if you don't. People can like him for that reason.
why? Because you don't believe in God.
Nigeria is very
that's
religious
very
now.
controversial.
But are you talking like you don't know our country? Very hypocritical.
I don't have any problem
Even the ones
with
that
them, but
believe
me, I
in
believe
God,
in
they're
God.
even more wicked and more. I don't like this guy
Do you
has
get
done
me?
so much impact in society.
Like
I'm sure he
positive
believes in
impact.
values, like you know.
All right, so just to
proper
trivialize
values.
this a little bit, did you guys see a post where
Yeah.
somebody said this is Wole Soyinka and the man beside him is Benga Daniels, the former governor of Ogun State, and then the son just commented and just said, "This is that some people can just lie without a reason. This is not my father."
That's not
You saw that picture,
my
yeah?
God.
Like, this is not my
Like
father.
this.
Like, the guy was even very, very weird
Social
looking.
a
media.
very random picture.
A very random
Wole
picture.
Soyinka and
That
Benga
looks like
Daniels.
some slave trades that they were house ends.
Nigerians
And
are.
just can lie.
Social
He
media.
can lie.
Social media,
Guy,
no
I can post Eddie Wonder and say Kevin Hart has lost weight.
Hey! That was a good word.
Social media. Don't believe everything you see on social
I'm
media.
telling
I can
you.
post Eddie, please. I think we should do that. Can you borrow us your picture? You know, say Kevin Hart has lost weight.
No.
Kevin Hart is suffering from
If
COVID-19.
Kevin Hart is going to notice us, if I'm down for it.
Do you get?
If Kevin Hart will
Please,
notice
Guy,
let's
us,
post it.
but do people tell you look like Kevin Hart in size and in airline?
Like,
right? I don't know.
shape of head.
Yeah, shape
Could
of
be.
it.
Could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm short too. So
Of course, you're
That's
very
why.
short.
maybe that's.
They are very,
that's-
very
that's-
short,
I
actually.
know.
Ife, you're not one to
Yeah,
talk.
but you're not.
But I'm taller, see. When I say
You're not
that I'm
Yao Ming
taller
leader.
than I'm proud
Ife, you're
of.
like 5'2",
Ife, you're not.
5'2",
Ife,
like.
you're not Shaquille either.
Eh?
You're not Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm not Shaquille, but I'm not Kevin.
That's
like-
But you're
like
not. You're not much. You're like an inch taller than me.
Ah, no. I'm like 3 inches.
No,
yeah.
you're like an
So
inch
at
or
least give
2
me 2
inches.
more.
Ife,
Come
you're
on.
5'2".
Just give me 2 more. At least I'm like 3 inches.
5'3", maybe.
I'm like 5'7".
Ooh, that's
quite
a hard
tall,
pass. No, you're not. 5'6".
I'm quite tall. And I'm quite tall in the right areas too, you know. Anyway, Chimamanda Adichie has shared pictures of herself which were rejected by an unnamed international magazine because she looked too glamorous. In a post shared via her Instagram page, she wrote, "It was a cover shoot for an international magazine,
Okay.
or it was supposed to be. The magazine rejected the photos. They didn't want me looking too glamorous, they said, and so the cover didn't happen. What does one do with rejected photos but show them anyway? Primarily for the vanity-boosting benefits of such an act, but also to celebrate and thank these talented people in Lagos."
Like, I really, when I saw this post yesterday, I really don't get it.
I thank you very much because I feel like she wasn't even looking way too glamorous
all,
for
she
a
don't have
magazine.
diamonds on her neck,
Like, see, some people still try. See, no disrespect to Chimamanda, but some people still try to project that Africans do not want to be seen great. I know that it happens in some. I know that there's still a lot of racism, but I don't think that there's any international person with your level of exposure, with all the places you have been in, with all the schools you've gone to, with all of that. A magazine will still look at you and say they don't want you to look glamorous. I understand where they want to project Africa like S-Hole. Do you get what I mean? I understand all of those. But when you now start saying that somebody looks at me and thinks that I should not look glamorous, then it's either I have a problem with myself, or maybe I'm not just glamorous.
Okay, so let me now play the devil's advocate.
Yeah.
So the international magazine I actually researched, and I can't say, but like, the magazine, they don't actually allow like their people in the cover or in the magazine to be too much, what's the word, makeup. It should be moderate. But then and I said, okay, they want moderate, right? But I looked at the picture and I noticed that Chimamanda was quite moderate. Like, she wasn't
moderate
eyeshadow.
to you is not moderate to them.
What is moderate exactly? Because if she tones it down more than that, she'll be on nothing, no makeup.
How? Yeah. Maybe that's what they want.
No,
Maybe they
you
just
can't-
want the
you can't
Chimamanda
say
that they see on
No,
stage.
but that's not their
But that's the
standard.
Chimamanda we see on stage without makeup.
No.
Chimamanda barely does makeup. She probably just does foundation,
She does
or
foundation
something.
and powder.
And
at
powder.
least. And that is exactly what she's doing there.
This
And then she
foundation
has
and powder.
eyeliner, and then she has she put eyebrow that is not even obvious. She's not even on lipstick. This is not the picture. This is the picture. She's not even on lipstick. So this is it now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That
What
the
is
other
wrong with
one,
this
this is as moderate as you can go as a woman for makeup. This is so moderate. There's nothing so elaborate about this. So all I can say is that this is racism at its peak. Because if you're saying that she's looking too glamorous like this, I don't know what is there's nothing too glamorous about this. And it's so like stupid to me that they could do something to someone like Chimamanda and not expect
Which is
a
why
backlash.
I am lost.
Are you
I don't
stupid?
understand.
Which is why I'm still
She
lost.
is such like
Because
a public
she's
figure,
Chimamanda.
like someone that does not take nonsense. Like, she is a feminist at heart, and you do this to her, and you expect that she will not mention. You're very lucky that she even say your magazine name, so everybody will carry you and come and start texting. But very soon that thing will come out public because it makes no sense. I think they like to represent Africans as people that are suffering and maybe we should look sick or whatever, but. And a magazine that is published.
Or you
I don't
think it's a
understand.
Chimamanda thing?
Like,
I still don't
understand.
get
I
it.
think it's an African thing.
So they don't want Africans looking glamorous.
I think it's racism.
But
It's racism.
I did not want to allude you to
I
racism
honestly-
because
I
it's
honestly
racism.
doubt racism coming into play.
Because I'm
yeah.
thinking about it and I'm like, what other reason? Like,
I think the
what
first thing you said made sense, where you said they don't
But then
allow the
it should be
people that are on their
moderate.
covers to look too extravagant and all of
well,
that.
one magazine
What?
cover doesn't allow.
No, some people have their rules and all. And I'm sure they send
So
it
why
to
didn't
her.
you tell her
Our style.
beforehand?
Before, they will send it to her now.
So. Well,
the makeup was not elaborate now.
I really don't understand. I didn't want to allude you to racism because I don't know if the photographer was black, or if the editor was black, or if the person that is in charge of the cover shoot is black. So I don't know.
Doesn't
I don't know
matter.
I think from a, I think,
To
I
be
think from a
honest,
caption to the talented
what if the
people
MD
of
is black?
Lagos, I think
The MD2 is black.
we don't know. So
Nah, it's racist. To me, I believe it's racism
You don't
because
know
I
that.
don't
I don't
have.
know.
I
we
don't
don't know.
have.
We don't even know the magazine.
we don't know the real story.
We don't even know the magazine. So
But
me,
what
I'm
is
just gonna say this is a
weird.
very ambiguous story. The
it's not
story
so
is really
ambiguous,
ambiguous
so-
because at the end of the day, I cannot attribute it to racism.
I
I cannot
can't
attribute it
attribute it
to
to racism. I'm telling you,
glamorous
like,
because honestly speaking, I see nothing
and then
extremely
she
glamorous
didn't say,
about
and
that
she
picture.
didn't say that. Oh, they said, okay, it's too glamorous. Take another picture. Like
They just rejected it.
They just rejected it. Like, that's it. Like, we don't want. Who
So why
does
did they
that?
invite her in the first place?
That's another question.
They just don't like the picture. Take another one and send to them. Easy.
Simple.
Easy
Like,
does
but
it.
they didn't say that. So
No, we rejected it.
and then
She didn't say whether they asked for another one, and she said, "What's wrong with the first one?" Knowing Chimamanda for who she is, she's somebody that'll be like, "What is wrong with the first one?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I would think it's quite glamorous, please. Can you take another one?" And she's like, "What do you mean it's glamorous? Is it because I'm
glamorous?
African? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I'm not going to take another one if you people don't want that."
But we can see the picture. But can you see anything glamorous about
What
it?
if that was? What if, like you said, some people have
That's
their
the thing.
rules.
They have their rules, yeah. But if I based on what I actually saw, the research I did, they said that they don't like things that are not moderate. But that is moderate, Naife. I wish we had a makeup artist on this table. That is moderate. You can't go
Super
more
moderate.
moderate. Like, if you don't know
Glamorous
proper
with
makeup.
diamond necklace, with diamond necklace on, diamond earrings on.
Some Oprah Winfrey looking pretty.
Yes,
She
that's
should not
she
annoy me,
didn't
I
dress
beg.
me.
Soke Silva kind
She
of.
looks
Post even
normal.
annoyed me, to be very
She looks
honest.
very normal.
I beg.
Some more Abudu looking girl.
How can they be doing that to Chimamanda, rejecting her pictures, saying how it's too glamorous? Like, there's something wrong with it.
Something is wrong. Something has to be wrong in that story.
Anyways, big
should
shout out
advertise
to
We
Chimamanda.
love
Thank
you.
you for
We
always
love
putting
you.
us on the
Mwah.
map. But we will hope you shed more light on this story so that we can actually
And publicly
understand
state the magazine.
why it is glamorous. Why you think this happened? Is it a thing of racism, or do you think that they just don't like African shining? Let us know a bit more, because at the end of the day, we can't talk about all of these things without having those information. Anyways, let's move on to the next story, and this one is on what Father was told us that the best way to improve humanity is through proper parenting, because what people show the world is a reflection of what they were taught by their parents. In our words, the best way to improve humanity is through proper parenting. What people should show the world is a reflection of what their parents showed them, except for the lucky ones that have gotten help through life lessons or therapy. Anyways, I dare to differ on this one, because we've seen kids that come from the best homes, best parents, and end up being armed robbers.
That's true.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
We've seen kids that, so it's not proper parenting. I think it's basically, letting people know that their weakness is not a problem. Love, showing more love in the world is what would actually make the world a better place. Because now, the fact that somebody did something wrong doesn't mean they should be treated badly as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you treat some bad things with love. And when you do that, people just realize that, man, it's really not that deep. Do you understand? And the world starts becoming a better place. But see, there's more hate in this world than love. And that is just a fact. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You walk down sometimes you just see road rage for no reason. Like, I've seen a road rage where somebody just came down from his car because the guy just bashed him small and he broke his windscreen instantly. Do you understand? Like, that's so much hate. Like, everybody wants to do the basketballs. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's really not necessary. I feel like the world would be a better place if we can all just show a little bit more love. If you ask me.
True.
I mean, I agree with her to an extent that, there's some people, we won't deny the fact that there's a percentage of the population that are bad because of bad parenting. So I agree with her that we still need, proper parenting to actually help humanity. But I don't like the fact that we keep blaming, our shortcomings on other people. I don't like that, because everybody has a responsibility. Like, you have a responsibility to
As
yourself.
an adult, make your decisions.
Make your decisions. You
Don't make your father's decision.
Like, this age we're in, we can't be blaming things on our parents anymore, because there's so many things. There's so many things for you to do, to feed on, to help
But
yourself.
honestly, I agree with her, because
Personal development.
You see a man that beats his wife and they say it's because his father was beating his mother.
no, actually, it works. That actually
That's
makes
a
sense.
careless. I think
How?
that's a
It's
careless.
careless, bro.
Because
You're an adult.
Because when this person was a child, there's a time where you were a child and you didn't know anything, and you couldn't really handle your own free will, and you had to be controlled and guided by another person, by other people who are your parents or your guardians. So definitely your experiences when you were little will shape your future.
Nobody's saying
That's
not
evolution,
shape your
that's
own
science.
future.
We're saying that when you become an adult,
When you
Yes,
become an
it definitely
adult, you
does.
still have decisions to make.
Yes, you do. Yes,
what's,
you do.
what's your excuse then?
What's your excuse? My mom did that to me. My dad did. I get that. Yeah, I don't want to talk like I'm not
Yeah, I know
sensitive.
that
I
it
get
happened.
that that's a lot, but you still have a decision to make. There's many people that their parents did the worst things to them, but they made
And
a
they turned
decision.
out good.
They turned out great. Like, so you still have a decision. Like, you have to make that personal decision to be
Okay,
good.
let me give you a typical example. R. Kelly has a brother, right? His brother, I think, is a photographer now. He's also in the arts space, right? But this guy is doing so well. He respects women, married with kids, and all of that. But R. Kelly turned out to be what? So during Surviving R. Kelly, if you watch the documentary, right, they were both abused by their sister, yeah? And at the end of the day, R. Kelly became the sexual predator, and this guy turned out to be good. What's your excuse then?
Let's.
Do you know what the guy is doing behind closed doors? Because
It's not even about that. I feel like everybody does not have the same willpower. Like let's not generalize everything. Everybody doesn't have the same willpower. I might have the power to, go through personal development and help myself. Another person might not. Yeah. And that's sad, but that's life.
You guys can't just discount evolution and science, to be honest. You are here as a result
science
of
and how to do this.
You were only here because of our experiences when we were little. You passed through a stage when you were younger. Those experiences shaped your mind to what your mind is right now. So
it's shaping
you can decide to be better, but
we agree
those experiences definitely have an influence on you.
Nobody's doubting.
Like a direct influence on you.
No one is doubting.
So good parenting definitely will help. If you're a good parent, I watch videos of kids.
Yeah.
I watch videos of kids, and you can usually tell a child that has happy parents. Like you watch that video of one boy identifying numbers, and his friend was hyping him. That's my boy. That's my boy. Remember, you know that video? You can tell that boy that was hyping. That's my boy. You can tell that boy has a good father. You can tell that he gets that kind of energy at home. You can't discount good parenting.
It's not all
but
the
guess
time.
what? Guess what, right? That kid may just be influenced by the television.
No, it wasn't.
There's
It wasn't.
so many factors.
It wasn't a TV thing. It was just like a normal classroom.
I'm telling you that kid may just have been influenced by the television. He
could
watches a
turn out
lot
to
of
be evil in
TV.
the future.
He watches a lot of
Definitely.
programs. Do you understand? And he's just hyped, and he has picked his own personality.
Yeah.
I see. At this point, right? I really want to say that a lot of people do not choose their personalities from their parents no more. There are a lot of influences. Now we have social media to influence us. We have television to influence us. We have schools. We have the society. It's not like back in the days when it was limited to. We have telephone conversations. Do you understand?
But fundamentally, your genes are your parents.
We're not talking about genes.
Personality now.
Those personalities come from your genes now.
Not all personalities come from genes. Some things you learn it by yourself.
Definitely, but there are some innate things that you get from your parents.
That you get from your parents?
Yes.
Nobody is
doubting that.
I'm sure your height, you got it from them.
That one is physical. Talking about personality.
I know your personality.
Yes, their personality too.
Did you get your personality from your parents?
Definitely.
Are you going to say you act exactly like your father?
I never knew my father, if I'm being honest.
Okay, would you say you act exactly like your mom?
Definitely, because
I don't act exactly like my dad. I don't act exactly like my mom.
Not exactly, but some things in life I do because my mom used to do them.
Yes,
my mom does
maybe
them.
my intolerance, my
So
impatience, I probably got it from my mom.
Nobody is saying
maybe
that.
my people person, I got it from my dad.
saying.
But that doesn't
You're a
mean that
child.
is who I
We all have
am.
free will, definitely.
And you have a choice to like develop
definitely.
yourself. You're a child for just like
18 years.
12. You're not a child at 18. You're a child for like 12 years.
17 days.
Like, and you're an adult from like maybe 18 till you die. And you're telling me you don't have that willpower to just try and make yourself right? Personal development. I feel like you're careless. If you say that, oh, I'm beating my wife because my dad used to be my mom, I feel like that's a very stupid and careless
Or I'm
thing
cheating
to
on
say.
my husband because my mother used to cheat on my dad.
You had your whole life. You had more than the time that you were a child to grow yourself. That's careless.
Or I smoke because my dad
Excuse
smokes.
me. Let me give you this very.
Anyways, we need to go though. Yeah, so you have to make this fast.
This very generic example.
Yeah,
you notice that teen moms, usually the children of teen moms usually end up being teen moms themselves. Throughout 90% statistically.
And 90%.
Let's check it.
Anyways, guys, we'll check it. And if this guy is wrong, we are going to ban him.
Yes, no problem.
We are going to ban him. No, if he's wrong, you really want to get the skin cut.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Okay, not 1980.
Okay, you really want to get the skin cut. Anyway, that's a wrap, guys. Thank you for joining Tea Time and joining the conversation. And of course, you can join the conversation further on social media with the hashtag Tea Time. Remember, you can catch up on our previous episodes, including this one, and all our exclusive content by subscribing to our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. You can also watch Tea Time on Alta TV and of course in London on Ben Television and StarTimes channel 308. A big thank you goes out to my co-anchor, Queen Neymar, and man like Eddie Wonder. Thank you for keeping it real with us and telling us all of those amazing things. Yes, we'll be finding out about teen moms very soon. All right, thank you for watching Plus TV Africa's Tea Time. My name is Ife Oshike. Let's go.